Well, welcome to the channel again. I'm in another location, another little venture from south. Back on the beach this time. Wasn't the boat last time, now on the beach this time. So what am I doing here and where am I? So Parkshore is where I am. I was here last in my boat trying for some stingrays, but it didn't happen on that one occasion. Plenty of eels out there, silver ones that is. So yeah, so I'm here today, try that quest to get a stinger, and also as well any smooth hounds and maybe a few bass as well. Got some lovely ragworm to have a go for the stingers, and a bit of squid as well, mixed in with the rag for the smoothies. And if a bass turns up, great, absolutely great. Olive right in the very distance, and as you probably see to my right is the groins, and it's quite a shingle bed, and out there is a mixture of sand and shingle and weed. And yeah, so let me show you the rigs I'm going to use today. So today I'm going to use a pulley rig on one. So what I've got there is the Gemini pulley bead. So there, a couple of Termalinks, Gemini swivels, then about 2.5 foot of trace and main body, then onto a splashdown clip with, if I just pull that out, a 3/0 hook as well. Fairly strong hook, fairly thick in the wire, so it's pretty robust, just in case I do pick up something a bit decent. Hopefully it won't bend the hook. So that's one rig I've got. Let me show you the other rig I've got as well. So this one here, slightly reversed actually. So I've put the splashdown rig on the very top of the rig. Again, a clip, just to clip it on to make life easier. Again, about a 2.5 foot of trace plus body, and at the very bottom end I've got a Termalink that slides, so basically like a running ledger really, to be fair, with a bead. And the reason why I've done it like that is I want this trace hard on the bottom as possibly I can. So the chance of more, I think more of a ray than anything else. If it's hard to the bottom, I think I've got more chance of a ray. And it just reverses with a splashdown. It literally just reverses in the opposite direction, so it pushes up and out comes the hook like that. And it does work, so I've tried it. So the clip really is probably a little bit thin really, so it does put a little bit of a strain on the line there. If it was a little bit wider, it would probably help that, but it's not chewing up the line, it's not kinking it or anything like that, so it does work. But if it was a little bit wider, that would be a lot better, but it is what it is. But it's nice and easy to clip on, clip off and the like, so it works for me. I've tried it, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to get these rods out there. It's nearly time to get fishing and get going, so I'm going to bait up and get going. I don't know if you can see that in the distance, but there's a bank out there, a shingle bank that is, and when that gets covered, I'm told, that's when the sort of prime time is really, or the action starts to start sort of thing. So there's a little way to go yet before that's covered up by the sea, but I'm sure it won't take too long, probably about an hour or so. But we'll see what happens and see how we get on. I forgot to mention as well, it's a northeasterly wind, it's about a 4. Was supposed to come down by now, but it hasn't come down a little bit, but it's on my back, so that's quite nice. So I'm pumping the lead out there, and it's obviously helping the lead go as well a bit further, which helps, especially as I'm not great as of casters. And the 2 rods are in the water now, one with pure rag on, and the other has got a bit of rag and a bit of squid. I've set the clutches just in case we do get a run from a smoothie. The last thing I want is my rods getting slammed to the floor or anything like that and breaking any eyes off. So I've got them set, and now I'm just going to wait and see for the action to happen. So wish me luck. Stinger mission still on. Well, the bank's just covered up now, what I was talking about earlier on, so hopefully we might be into some fish shortly with a bit of luck. So I just thought I'd show you what I'm doing at the moment with the ragworm. So I'm sort of bunching them up. So that's what I've got. So I've put one on one side, one on the other. I'll grab my hook. I'm going to put one worm on the hook, and then I'm going to bind them all together and make a nice little package. So I don't know how you do yours, but I nick it on the back of the head and then just feed it on like so. Normally with a little bit of tail showing, like that. And then all I do then is marry that together like so. Grip it all together. Get a bit of cotton, which I've got here, and just neatly wrap it together like so. Making a nice ragworm wrap, if you like. Just pull that off and then just pull out. There you go, like that. So a nice little ragworm package ready to fly back out there. So I'm just going to hook it up. So we're all hooked up, ready to go. It's gone out about 70 yards, I suppose, somewhere around that. That wind's died off a little bit now. This is quite nice. It's quite a nice evening now. Bit of overcast, which I don't mind actually, to be fair. Just going to try and get the grip weight to dig in. Yeah, it's dug in. And now I'm going to set the drag just in case we have a run. Little tug on the line just to make sure it's set about right. And yeah, I think I'll get the next one in now. Been out there a while. I think the crabs are pretty ravenous at the moment. The baits have been coming back, gone. So I can only assume it's been the crabs that have been annihilating the baits. Well folks, you can see the moon in the background there. Believe it or not, it's pretty sort of getting dark, but in the camera it looks like it's fairly light. But nevertheless, I've had a few bites, missed a few, but look what turned up. Good old dogger, never fails, does it? I've had a few of these sort of bites, I think. I couldn't connect, but I finally connected one. Not very big, pound, somewhere around that. So that'll do. It's a start. I reckon it's going to be start of maybe a chance of a decent couple of hounds here, you know, because mill pond calm, lovely little moon in the sky, shining down nice and calm. But I can get this back and get the rods back in the action. Gone off like a treat. When I baited up, I put the rod out there within, I don't know, a minute, absolute minute, the rod's bending over and I'm thinking, we've got a smooth hound on, it's smooth hound I think. But no, what turned up? A dogger. It absolutely give itself a brilliant account for itself. Considering how big it is, it's, I know, again, pound, a bit less. It absolutely slammed the rod over. Unbelievable it was. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a smoothie at first. But there we are, another dogger for session. Still waiting for this blank, still waiting for the smooth hound. Still waiting for the stingray. Let's see what happens, eh? Let's get it back. Well folks, it looks like it's going to be one of those nights, dog city tonight, another dogfish, but nevertheless, still fish, we're still all right. I think I've got another one going on the other rod as well, so I'm going to get this one back and see what's going on in this other one behind me. That's it guys and girls, it's one of those evenings. I don't want to leave the beach, it's so nice here, it's absolute gorgeous evening in just a jumper. Wind's dropped right off, but the fishing's not been as good as I was hoped. Just sort of dogfish, mainly loads of bites, loads of small bites, but only the dogfish I've managed to get. But there we go, that'll do. Tight lines everyone.